What's going on? It's your girl Shantae C checking in with a brand new 10 things. I'm chilling with my homeboy, Coy. He's sitting in for Nia. She will be back next week, but we had to come in with some 555 for y'all tonight. So, of course, as always, I want to shout out my sponsor, Lucky Coin. If you got a small business that you're trying to grow and it needs a little bit of profitability, you know what? Hit us up. We could tell you all about how they can help y'all make some extra coins. We love that. So,
wrong with extra coin.
no, because we definitely love the extra coins. So I am doing all the wrong stuff on here with my guest host, but okay. My producer's looking at me like, what are you doing? Normally I would have checked this, but I haven't seen my friend in a while, so that's why I'm belligerent right now, fixing all my stuff. You see how I'm doing? I'm so horrible. Right. Okay. So I'm good now. We're gonna get into some celebrity tea.
Yes.
And of course, I am not as good as Nia. I can't ramble them off the top of my head, so I had to write mine down.
Okay, what is first?
So first of all, Kanye West,
This nigga, I'm sorry,
been taking shots
I'm sorry.
at Jay-Z and Beyonce's youngest the two twins.
That's against the rules. Violation.
Oh,
What is going on?
So
that's all I'm saying.
Kim is like, she done had enough. She's over it.
For one, she should have had enough years ago.
Well, right. You got north, west, south, and east. All your kids.
369.
Exactly. I'm like, listen, what is going on? I'm gonna pray for you, Kanye, because I feel like you just truly don't understand.
I think he needs water dashed on him, holy water.
He needs an exorcism.
I think we are beyond prayer. Then we gotta go that extra step.
Oh my God, he's a hot mess, right?
Water.
So I'm just gonna say, Kanye, get it together, bruh. Get it together. I still will jam off your music, but please get it together.
Tighten up.
Yeah, tighten up. So Megan Good, right?
Oh yeah.
Yes. Well, she finally tied the knot with Jonathan Majors after a long 4-month engagement.
I'm trying to tell you.
That whole 4 months.
That's
like
love.
They really know each other.
That's love right there.
I guess.
That's love.
It's something.
That's love.
It's something. Well, I will say this now. She stayed with him through the whole situation where he slapped the girl or whatever.
He said his hand slipped to the left.
Oh,
that's all it did.
Oh, okay. That's what had happened.
He said, push.
Well, I don't know. He lost some endorsements, but she stayed down like a true Leo would do, because we Leo twin spirits, me and Megan.
What color was she?
You know what I'm saying? So
what color was she?
Right. She a little chocolate. Oh, okay. She a little melanated. So
see what the color was.
I like it. I like
this
it.
Color or was it that color?
They look like they're so super happy together. So she like, fuck it. I'm doing whatever I want to do.
She said she don't care about all that. She care about him.
No, she don't. And I'm glad. I'm happy.
What? That is love, people.
Right. So moving on, Tiana Taylor is wanting her ex-husband to be put in jail for leaking their divorce documents online.
Well, there goes his rap career. His rap career's gonna be on pause now.
I'm like, what's with the childishness? Why leak the documents?
Petty Ruxpin.
I definitely do not understand. Like, it's over. Like, why are you doing all of that?
He just
he's just a sad man.
Yeah, he's sad. Because there's no reason. I mean, there is no reason to do any of that. I mean, you already got your divorce.
Right.
I mean, what was his judgment? He had
I don't know. I don't even know what it said. It's not
Yeah.
even that important enough for me to look it up. Okay, so you leaking it, I don't even want to see it.
Well, it must have been something crazy like you don't get nothing,
Well,
and then she want to show everything that you don't get nothing.
maybe. So, we'll just
Both of them got money though, so it wasn't like it didn't. It wasn't
yeah.
like it was like she got more money than him. Both of them had pretty much almost about the same money.
Right. So I am not really understanding. I feel like that was so childish and Inman, you need to stop. Okay? You know who Moneybag Joe is?
Of course I
Okay.
do.
All right. So my husband said that don't nobody know who this is, but he had a huge weight loss transformation. Okay?
That's
He
good.
lost like 75
That's
pounds.
good.
He was putting his little stuff up there on X and on IG. I checked him out. I was like, okay, friend, I ain't mad at you. I mean, I don't know none of your music. I couldn't even pick you out of a lineup. But in this photo, he was looking good.
But that's good that he lost weight. I know he
Yeah.
was going through some stuff where he kind of picked that weight up. But hey,
Listen, hey, I'm a yo-yo with my weight, so I get it. I totally get it. So, what about this?
what's that?
Jaleel White says that he is working on a reboot for Family Matters.
He said he was okay. So I did hear that he was trying, but he wants to do it in a different way. Like he want to he want to go a different route. Like show the route, like not the whole family, but show the route of like what
Him.
like Urkel's point, like side of the view.
Right.
Yeah.
So the whole deal is supposed to be that he wants to show it like the kid is going on to a failed 90s sitcom, right? And he's showing how the kid is like trying to endure all of this stuff. He's still going to regular public school, all of that. But basically, it's his life. And he wants to show it from that perspective. Don't know how interesting that's going to
Her friends like, would
be.
you watch it?
I don't know. I might. I mean, because you know how they rebooted The Fresh Prince and made it more serious? And it's good. I
Yeah, it's
like
good.
it.
Yeah, it's good.
So I think it depends on the writing and
We'll see.
who he gets and if
We'll
he
see who he
plans
put
to
on it.
play in it. Because I think when you do reboots, like I don't want to see you back. Like I want to see the storyline, but I just want to see it told in a different way. So maybe that might work out for him.
Yeah, something like the Family Matters. Was it
Yeah,
Family Matters?
yeah.
No, what was the other one with all the people?
With all the people.
With all the one when it was in San Francisco,
Oh, you talking about Full House?
Full House. They rebooted that one.
Oh, yeah, and they still had a bunch of the original characters.
Mm-hmm.
Was it good?
It's alright.
Oh, I ain't never watched it.
It's alright. Nothing to be like, ooh, did you see that last episode of? Nope.
Oh
Did
my
you see Sunset?
God.
Nope. Mhm.
So lastly, Tracy Morgan suffers a medical incident.
Yeah, and that was who was in that video in that?
I know.
Huh.
So,
Oh my
guys, for
God.
those who haven't seen it, Tracy Morgan was at the Knicks and Heat game, and he got sick. He started throwing up. He had a bloody nose, and somebody literally was filming that crap
The whole time.
and put it online. You know,
Mm.
Tracy Morgan has suffered with diabetes and all types of crazy stuff has happened to this man. Like, just let him be sick in peace. Why do we got to film that crap and put it online, man?
People just crazy.
So we don't
People
know
crazy.
if he's better or not, but we definitely are sending out our prayers. We don't want anything to be wrong with Tracy Morgan. He does not deserve it.
He done
been through enough.
Hit by a Walmart truck.
I know.
Jesus Christ.
I'm like, how much more can a man take?
I don't know, but yeah, we got to keep him in our prayers because I saw that I was like, oh, you had the video of that? I mean, the whole thing. I was like, dang, that's crazy.
So y'all, that is our tea for tonight. We're going to jump into our topic. But first, before I do that, I want to introduce my friend, my guest host, Coy. Tell him a little bit about yourself.
All right. Well, I am a man of God.
Y'all.
Okay. Yeah, I'm a good Christian.
Y'all.
Good Christian boy.
Christian man.
My favorite color is blue. So I'm just,
oh my God.
No, my name is Coy Hackett, but I also go by DJ Kazi. So I actually own my own, like it's like entertainment business.
Mhm.
So I DJ, I throw parties,
Mhm.
I rent out equipment, I teach people how to DJ. I do all kind of stuff.
Okay.
So it's just an entertainment company. So like it took me a minute to figure out what this company was.
Yeah.
But I finally figured it out. So now I understand what my purpose of my business is, and that's I just stick to the same plan each time, and because
Rinse and repeat.
got to and maximize everything that I have. So
yeah. Which is an amazing thing. So, guys, the reason why I had him on tonight, obviously, is to talk about entrepreneurship.
My podcast too. I also got a podcast too.
And he got a podcast too. So I'm going to come on his podcast, show him a little bit of love. We're going to chop it up in the
Dope Clinic.
Mm-hmm. That's right. So, I'll let y'all know when I'm appear on that. So, you guys have to tune it in. It's a little bit different from Tea and Things, but we're going to get into all of that in a little bit. So, guys, entrepreneurship. Everybody wants to do it, but not everybody is cut out for it. Let's be completely honest, right?
Facts.
So, tonight, we plan to jump in, finding your purpose, executing ups and downs, failures, successes, partnering with people, not partnering with people. We're going to get all into it.
Yeah.
So, just so y'all know, I am like a serial on and off entrepreneur, right? I think I have had probably in my lifetime at least 10 businesses, 10 different little startups where I'm doing different things here and there. I'll start and then I'll stop, then I'll have a partner, then I won't have a partner, and that's how it goes.
Yeah, I'm saying.
So, I mean, from your perspective, Coy, because I know you've kind of been like me, a serial entrepreneur, on and off, doing all types of things.
I've sold insurance, I've sold popcorn.
Tell me one thing that you have learned about starting your own business.
Really just understanding the purpose of your business. That's really what I've learned. The purpose of your business. People say, man, I want to run a liquor business, but then they don't do all the stuff they need to do to run their business.
Right.
Like get your license and then but you know what? Some people don't realize the cost to run a business. So people think you just get your little business LLC, and you're good to go. No, depends on what you're trying to do. That stuff is gonna cost.
Yes. So I will say my number one takeaway from starting different companies is you need to understand where the money is going to come from. Like, how are you going to fund like getting the business off of the ground? Because even if it's a service that you have, it's still money that you have to put out, right? Because that could be, any type of filing fees and then the promotion. So I feel like a lot of people, they have great ideas, but they don't know how to promote it.
Yeah. That's the main thing. Promotion, and there's money in that. You got to promote it. There's money in putting in promotion because if you try and do it social media, you're not gonna be able to post every 10 minutes.
No.
The same post over and over again.
No, and that actually doesn't even work. No. It's a little bit more about the consistency and the type of content that you're putting out that will kind of make it go, and we can talk a little bit more about that. But I will definitely say that the number one thing that I think that why people will fail is because they don't have enough money.
Yeah.
So it's like you get a part of the way to the destination, but then you don't have enough money to get you all the way to the end.
Or sometimes people don't understand that they can Also, like if they're selling like cupcakes, right?
Yeah.
And they only have $100 worth of cupcakes.
Mm-hmm.
Now if they want to do another batch, they're gonna have to figure out, okay, how much is this next batch gonna cost?
Right.
So if I'm selling this $100 worth of cupcakes, what price I need to make so I can make that back plus extra?
Right.
And some people don't even put in their head they got to make that extra, because that extra is what's going to help you go to the next batch.
Right.
Because if you just putting back the same amount you just put back in, you like still stuck.
Right. You're breaking even. You're not producing a profit.
Now you want to do way more than break it even. Just same thing like when I used to do parties and stuff. When I used to throw game night parties. We would charge people to come in.
Yeah.
Well, we had to rent the place first.
Yeah. Right.
Then we gotta figure out how to get the people there.
Right.
So that means they gotta buy the tickets.
Yep.
Then you gotta get the people in there.
Yep.
And then when you get them in there,
you gotta get them to buy stuff.
You gotta get them to buy stuff because you gotta make all that money that you don't spend just to get them in there back.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't think that people understand. So number one, you gotta, once you figure out the money, like where's the money coming from, then the next thing you have to figure out is it really viable what I'm doing? Right. Because sometimes we have good ideas in theory, but then when you go down the road and start trying to do it, you realize, oh, well, I think I need to tweak it like this, or I think I need to tweak it like that, or I think I need to put it out there like this. And you can't be afraid to kind of tweak it as you go.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. And because I know from the first party, the second party was like, okay, let's make our own food this time.
Yeah. We
figured out how to make our own food. That's $500 that we saved.
Oh.
Just by making our own food.
Like, that part.
Thank you, Jesus. And then, once we we was going for a couple more parties, it was like, yeah, these numbers ain't looking good.
The numbers ain't, the math ain't mathing.
Then I had a cousin that was like, hey, well, I got a restaurant. Why don't y'all throw your party here? Boom. That cuts out everything. We had to worry about food, no liquor.
Yeah.
The only thing he wanted was to make people come in his restaurant.
Oh. Well,
he didn't even charge me. He just said, make sure people come to your parties.
Oh.
And that's all we did. So now our money was cut down even more. So now all thing we put our money into was
promotion.
Was promotion and prizes.
So you heard it here. The tweaking and tweaking and tweaking. I mean, you have to tweak it until it actually makes sense. And of course, nobody's gonna come out the gate with just a slam dunk making a ton of money.
No, because that was the case, we all be doing
we'd all be millionaires.
I'll be millionaires.
I mean, I can tell you just in reading different books and stories about different folks who made it like really, really big. They talk about the pitfalls, like the failures. Like what's your biggest flop? What's the biggest flop of business you've ever had?
Probably when I used to sell insurance.
Oh.
Like, trying to get people to convince them. No. When I used to sell cell phones and a long distance coverage, child.
Long distance.
Yeah, I did. That tell you how old I am, okay? I sold long distance coverage.
Oh my God. Well, I mean, what was your pitch for the long distance coverage?
The long distance, because I was like, listen, we got plans. The plans is you can either pay 5 cents a minute. I'll tell you how old I am. 5 cents a minute for international charges, 50 cents a minute for such and such, and a penny. We was down to a penny for like so, but you had to qualify for that. You had
to have good credit.
You had to good credit for that. So that right there, I was like, man. A couple people was like, okay, a penny. I said, let me get the numbers together.
Right.
I'm calling. Work, please make it work. Please make it work.
Right.
Okay, you gonna make it? Okay, cool. Yeah, we got the minute.
Oh my God.
1 cent a minute for the long distance. But I was in it.
That's crazy.
That right there mixed in with trying to sell cell phones. Jesus Christ.
I will say.
Because people don't. Because I guess, that was like my first little business venture. So people looking at me like, this nigga selling cell phones and long distance services. Get the fuck out of here. what are you doing? Dude, you don't even do that.
Right, exactly. Let me see. I feel like my biggest flop would be this is gonna be so bad when I say this.
That bad, huh?
Let's just say a few ventures in the music industry. We'll go there. we'll go there. It's you can spend an awful lot of money going nowhere.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Christ.
Oh, if I would go back and count the
I'm just saying.
and count the numerous dollars that I spent over the last 15 years,
man,
pouring into people's dreams. So I ain't even gonna go there. I ain't calling no names. I ain't putting nobody's business out there.
Because I didn't want it. I was like, bro, no, I'm not doing no more recording.
Bruh.
Like, only thing I'm gonna do is mix.
Bruh.
Like, I got tired of hearing. Okay, one more.
Right. And I never even let people come into my personal studio. So you would have had to book me to go to a studio to film, to actually record you. I wasn't letting you come into my place of. I couldn't do it.
Mixing. I just stuck with mixing, so I don't have to worry about mashing record 72 times in one session.
Right, messing up all my hard drive space.
Then you bad. I can't tell you that you're bad because you're paying.
Right. You'd be like, wait,
like, how
that
sound?
Yeah. It sounds great. Yeah.
You need to retire right now.
Exactly.
I just stuck to mixing. That's all I did. I just stuck to mixing. I was like, I'm just gonna stick by mixing music, and that's it. That's all I'm gonna do.
Are you still mixing?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let me find out. I ain't even turned on my equipment. So just a long story short. Just a long story short. I met Coy when we were in audio engineering school together.
Oh, wonderful schools I'm still paying for.
Oh.
Still coming up out of there. I'm like, yeah.
Oh man. Yeah.
We're getting closer to the finish line, but I'm still looking at it like y'all couldn't even. Y'all could not forgive that. I couldn't forgive that.
Right. That part.
Y'all forgive all this other stuff.
Y'all couldn't forgive everything else.
But that one.
I mean, I didn't get any of my student loans forgiven, so I'm still paying all $72,000. I mean,
that's the pressure.
Well, I'm in there. I'm in there, friend. But yeah, so back to just building a business. Like, what's something that is like a must-have when building your business? I mean, because every business is going to be different, but there's still fundamental things about business that you have to have.
Business plan for one. What are you trying to do? You gotta have a plan. That just gonna say, you know what? I'm opening up the best taco stand in the world, and I need to buy me a truck.
Now, you would be surprised at how many people actually never put a plan on paper.
Well, damn, they just freelance.
You would be surprised. You would be surprised how many people have come to me and said, "Oh, girl, I got this business." I'm like, "Oh, okay. Well, what about this and what about that?" They like, "Oh, well, I don't know, but I mean, I got my logo together."
That's it.
And they putting it on social media, baby.
And that logo, they probably paid $15 for that logo too.
Okay.
So by day, so I work for a printing company by day. So I see foolishness all the time. So they have their logo, and I get it, and I like, your logo's this big.
Oh yeah, the little JPEG.
You try to put it on a big old van. I don't understand what you're thinking.
The specs, guys. Understand the specs of that logo, okay?
Like, what is a vector logo? Lord Jesus. I
Well,
got to teach you that too.
I mean, I guess that's
They don't know.
right.
They don't know because you got to think when you do a logo, it's got to be something that's going to be able to be put on shirts.
Mm-hmm.
You know, book bags, hats. You got to put on your vehicle. Man, if you're trying to do a decal or you're trying to do business cards, things like that. You got to think about that. And people don't think about that kind of stuff. They just trying to get their business going. They're trying to be the top next hot thing in the land, but they're not worried about the basic stuff.
They got their money. They got their money together with no business plan and a logo. Okay, they might have got their LLC done because that's kind of big now. People saying go out and get the LLC, this, that, and the third.
Now you gotta do the other little what's the other thing that as long as you got an LLC, you gotta have something else done too at the same time.
You have to have a business license.
Yeah, you have a business license too, but it's another thing too that you gotta log your LLC to the yeah. So that's it.
So I mean, there's all these little things, but the point that I'm trying to make is people, when you go into business, it's more than just saying, hey, I'm an entrepreneur. I have an entrepreneurial spirit. I mean, you got a plan. You have to know how you're going to execute. You have to know how much money. I mean, I don't feel like you'll ever really truly know exactly how much money you need, but you need to have not a deep well, but enough. You need to have enough money set aside so that it's not taking from your household expenses.
Yeah.
That's one thing that I would say. Don't let the money come from the household expenses, because if it's that, then you'll never be able to truly get it off the ground, because one thing is going to suffer trying to do the other.
Yeah.
The other thing is the promotion. Don't just have a product and not understand how to promote it, because no matter what you say or what you do, you can have the best product in the world, but if nobody knows about it, it doesn't exist.
It don't exist.
It doesn't exist.
It don't exist.
And then two, don't be afraid to understand your pricing and how to get there.
Yes.
Like, your pricing is a big thing. So we have a friend, me and my husband, that hangs TVs, right? And he always said to us, I'm not the most expensive, but I'm not the cheapest either.
Right.
And I have this premium for my service because I know what I'm doing and I do it well.
Right.
Well, he always says, I don't discount because this is what I believe that I'm worth.
Right.
And so you can either pay it or you can decide to go with somebody else.
Right.
My feelings are not hurt either way.
Right.
So I think people have to understand that pricing and what they need to make to be able to survive. I think if it's a side business, you probably have a little bit more wiggle room. But if you're trying to make it your main, then you have to understand how you can make the business go, support yourself, support all of the things that you're paying for.
Yeah.
Right. And then be able to make it back.
I know when I used to own my own hot sauce business, I had a lot of business.
Oh, I remember that. I remember the hot sauce business.
Now I can't even eat hot stuff. That's why I stopped selling it.
Oh my God. That don't mean other people can't eat it.
Yeah, but I got to test it.
I'll test it.
Who's gonna test it?
I'll test it. Me and Dwayne, we'll test it for you. Bring it on over here.
They're gonna test every batch.
Well, I'll get my dad. He's retired. He ain't got nothing to do. Daddy, can you taste this stuff for us? Taste.
That's the one thing I had to do. I had to find my bottles, find the wrappings, the labels, get the FDA stuff looked at.
Wow.
All this stuff. And when I started looking, I was like, dang, bro, I'm spending a lot of money and I ain't sold a bottle yet. I got 48 bottles in the corner.
Dang.
Ready to go. And I ain't, like, Jesus, I ain't even made the stuff yet. I just got a whole bunch of bottles and I still ain't even made the stuff. Now I'm gonna have to wait another week so I can save up,
I get my check.
So I get my check. So I better get the ingredients. And if I'm missing one ingredient, I gotta go find it. Be like,
well, that's why he doesn't have a barbecue sauce, hot sauce recipe anymore.
But I am coming out with my own seasoning and a barbecue. I'm probably gonna do my seasoning first though.
All right, so you heard it here first.
Mix it with
Koi
all my
gonna have
other,
some
mix it
seasonings.
with all my other hundreds of stuff too, because I also got my own clothing company too.
And I got a
So-
shirt, and it's so
so-
cute, y'all.
so,
Every
you know.
single time I wear it, people are like, "Oh, that shirt is so nice. Where'd you get it from?" And I'm like, "Here go the link. Boom."
Dirty cream. Everybody be like, dirty cream. Okay, so I like ice cream. That's my favorite dessert.
Yep.
But I didn't want the dirty cream. I just don't want to give a crazy name where people just like, oh, ice cream. Dirty cream. People like, oh, what that mean? But then none of my logos have anything that's like dirty about them. But it's just
Right.
the name just pulls people to it.
Right.
So that's how I get a lot of my stuff sold, because of just the name.
I thought it meant like the Dirty South meets ice cream. That's what I thought it was.
I mean,
so
mean
thanks
that
for the
too.
clarification.
And then let my mama tell you, she like, oh yeah, boy, I know what that means. No, you don't, mama. No, you don't.
Oh,
no, you don't.
my God.
Not that dirt. Not
Oh
that
my
dirt.
God. So guys, that's our time. That's our time. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and guess what? We're also on Spotify now, TN Things. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, or you got a burning topic that you desire for us to talk about, you can hit me up at tnthangz, THANGZ, at gmail.com. I would love to hear from you. And thank you so much, Koi, for coming through, putting us up on a little bit of game. Y'all, when I go to the Dope Clinic, make sure you tune in, because we going to be cutting a fool. He is totally different. You know, we talk a little bit more feminine. He ain't going to be doing that, okay, on his show. So come and see about him. My brother from another mother,
DJ Kazi. Ones and twos. Your Dirty South Koala Bear coming at you, because I'm cuddly, great, and cute.
Yeah.